Hi, I'm Michael, your camera operator and wedding video producer. It was about time for me to get in front of the lens to show you the great services we have in the Bow Valley here and the great people I'm working with every day. They will make it happen for you. They'll make sure your wedding is the dream wedding come true. So we have lots of great locations here, lots of, mountains and meadows and all that stuff. Of course, we have churches too. I'm standing in front of St. George in the Pines right now, and I'll be introducing you to Reverend George. Let's see what he has to say.
My name is George Belcher. I'm the rector of St. George's in the Pines. I've been here since October of '05, so getting on to 5 years. And before that, I looked after a Lutheran church in San Francisco as an interim for about 2.5 years.
You got a beautiful church here, that's for sure.
Well, thank you, Mike.
One of the churches in Banff.
It's the oldest building in Banff, still in continuous public use. Where we're standing was built in 1889. And we have a carillon of 11 bells, which was installed in 1925. And we're one of very few churches in Western Canada to have that feature. And of course, the brides love it when they go out to the sound of the bells. This was depicted on our last
It's fantastic.
shot. Yeah, we really enjoy that.
Well, how many weddings do you do per year?
Roughly 70 to 80 a year. This year will be slightly over 80. We're projecting about the same for 2010, and we're already booking into 11 and 12. So encourage anybody watching the video to be in touch. We have lots of spaces, but it's always good to book ahead.
Now that you mention it, what's the best way to get in touch with you?
Probably through our website, www.stgeorgesinthepines.org. And of course, if you're watching this video, you're either seeing me on Mike's website or my website.
Exactly. So
either one's good.
Find the link, you know where to go.
Exactly.
Easy to get a hold of him.
And you can
he's really easy to talk
you
to.
can email, and yeah, I'm quite approachable.
Quite approachable.
Being an old hippie from the 60s,
So with so many weddings and all the experience that comes with it, what's your top tip for brides when they're planning their wedding?
Don't get too frazzled. It's all good. It's all going to, as Pierre Trudeau used to say, the universe will unfold as it should. And if you have a bum rehearsal, you'll have a fabulous wedding. It's just like theater.
Yeah. Okay. What's the major thing that gets overlooked from your perspective when you're talking to brides and when you're talking to grooms? What's the major thing that gets overlooked sometimes?
Often, at the last minute, they choose readings and who's going to do the reading. And, I think that takes a fair amount of consideration because we're looking at a sacred event. We encourage one of our readings to be scriptural, if possible, but often brides and grooms have bits of literature or poetry they enjoy, and we also encourage that. And once in a while, they even write something to each other, and that can be very moving.
That can be very nice.
Very
I've
good,
seen that a couple of times,
Yeah.
for sure. How often does it happen? The question is not that serious, but how often does it happen that they forget the rings? Have you seen that?
Very seldom. I'll tell you, the most reliable ring bearers we have is when the brides get their dogs to bring the rings up. That's happened once or twice in the last year. Far better than some of the best men.
Okay, so you're open and flexible to special wishes as well.
Oh, absolutely, yes. Yeah.
Great. Well, thanks for taking the time, George.
Michael, it's been
Great
my
talking to
pleasure.
you.